The story of the new Wonder Woman, Diana, Princess of Hell, continued this week with the release of Absolute Wonder Woman 8. By now I'm sure you're all aware of her origins and how she differs from the mainline DC Universe's version of Wonder Woman, but for those that haven't been keeping up, here's a quick summary. The Absolute Universe is a brand new universe created by the evil new god Darkseid, and this universe is permeated with his negative energy. This means that the heroes of the world start out at an immediate disadvantage. In the case of Wonder Woman, as an infant, the gods of Olympus decreed that she must be separated from the Amazons and raised in hell by the witch Circe. You might think that growing up in a hostile environment and being brought up by a character that was traditionally a villain may have a negative impact on her, but in reality, her light was too bright to snuff out. Instead, Diana had a positive influence on everyone she met, and grew up to become a powerful hero destined to protect the people of Earth. She escaped from hell armed with powerful magic to defend Gateway City from the Tetracide, a demonic being that feeds on the minds, bodies and souls of all who are enchanted by its siren call. After defeating the Tetracide, Diana was dramatically dragged back to hell by the god Hades, who was furious at her defiance. In order to gain her freedom, Diana had to best a chimera, which, of course, she did. Now that she was free to return to Earth, the real work would begin. So the first thing to say about this issue is that following the dramatic events of the last 7 issues, this issue feels comparatively calm. That's not to say that there's no action, but there's a lot of setup in this story. People that read the Free Comic Book Day Absolute special will probably recall Mirror Master spying on Wonder Woman as she fought a legion of mechanical spiders. At the time I mentioned how strange it was to me to see Diana fighting a tech-based enemy rather than the mythological figures she'd faced previously. Well, this issue goes ahead and explains the spiders. After her brief appearance in Absolute Wonder Woman 4, we see more of Veronica Cale's world. She is the director of the mysterious Area 41, presumably 10 less secretive than Area 51, which seems to deal with the supernatural. In this facility we are introduced to a new version of a vintage Wonder Woman foe, Dr. Poison. She was one of Wonder Woman's earliest foes, appearing in Sensation Comics 2, which was published in early 1942, about 6 months after Wonder Woman debuted. The original comic book version was a Japanese princess who hid her identity to act as the Nazis' chief poison expert, wearing a bulky outfit to disguise her gender. You may recognise her from the first Wonder Woman film, where she was one of the primary antagonists. Where other versions of Dr. Poison specialised in poison gas, this Dr. Poison literally is poison gas, although she prefers to be referred to as non-corporeal, as in she doesn't have a physical body. Similarly, she complains about her containment suit, which resembles a 1920s diving suit. It's too bulky, making it very difficult to perform delicate experiments in. We get a good indication of Cale's character, where she assures Poison that they are working on getting her a better suit. Then, once she's out of earshot, reveals that the suit is ready, she just doesn't want to give it to her yet. As well as giving us a glimpse of the villain's base of operations, this issue also shows us Diana's new home on Earth. She performs a ritual in the wilderness that results in the formation of the Heron, which is the Greek for holy place or temple, assuming I've pronounced that correctly. I suppose that's fitting given Diana's close relationship with the goddesses of Olympus. Diana invites her friends Steve Trevor, Barbara Minerva and the Candy Sisters to her new home. I thought it was quite interesting that the large plot of land that the temple was constructed on was purchased by Hecate Holdings Limited, a company established in Diana's name. This gives her the legal right to reside on the land, even if it seems like a strange concept to her. However, Diana's peace is short-lived as she hears the unmistakable cry of the Tetracide in Gateway City. The beast hasn't risen from the grave though. Instead, Cale's forces are messing around with a recording of the monster and monitoring the devastating effect it has on people. They're also using an army of mechanical spiders to terrorise the civilians, as you do. Diana is understandably quite annoyed that man would witness the power of the Tetracide and then immediately turn it against his fellow man just to see what it can do. So she tries to put a stop to it, smashing as many of the spiders as she can, using a spell to draw all of them towards her. Unfortunately, there are a lot of these spiders, maybe too many for one person to deal with. As the spiders overwhelm her, her mind turns to negative thoughts of self-doubt. She thinks that she is an arrogant failure for thinking she was a hero just because she defeated the Tetracide. This is, of course, the power of the spiders, who fill her with negativity with every single jab of their legs. Fortunately, Diana's will is stronger than her doubts, as she breaks free from them and vows to take the fight to their source at the top of a nearby tower. It's here that a furious Diana meets Dr. Poison, who cowers before her. Poison asks that Diana doesn't hurt her and instead listens to what she has to say. She claims to know where to find another Amazon. And that's where the issue ends, with Diana presented with the prospect of reuniting with one of her people. This is significant for her because the god Apollo forbade Circe from ever saying the word Amazon. She literally couldn't say it, even if she wanted to. And while Diana has never met any of her people, she has a deep desire to be reunited with them. Given that her source of information is Dr. Poison, which is a pretty ominous name, and the fact that Poison attacked those people in Gateway City likely without Cale's permission, just to get Diana's attention? Yeah, I don't think we can trust her. She's clearly a bitter and resentful person, kept in Area 41, trapped in a clunky, archaic suit, having to get permission to leave their facility, and even then, only being allowed to leave for a few hours at a time. Yeah, okay, I can see why she's angry, but that doesn't excuse her actions. As powerful as Wonder Woman is, I think she can be a bit naive and trusting at times, and I am fairly certain that Dr. Poison will cause her nothing but grief. However, given how many classic Wonder Woman villains are her allies in this universe, perhaps there's more to Dr. Poison than meets the eye. I guess we'll find out more in the next issue. Absolute Wonder Woman 8 is available now from all good comic shops. If you are based in the UK and don't have a comic shop near you, then you might want to use my affiliate link with the UK's biggest comic book retailer, Forbidden Planet. I have included a link in the pinned comment on this video. Alternatively, if the idea of hoarding a collection of comic books fills you with dread, I think I have got space for about 3 more boxes in our storage unit before I run out. You may want to try getting a digital copy of the issue from Amazon. I also have an affiliate link with them, which you could use to help my channel out. This is also included in the pinned comment. To those that have read this issue, what did you think? Maybe I'm just cynical, but how long do we think it'll take for Barbara's curiosity to get her in trouble? I must also admit that I'm expecting Hecate Holdings to be the victim of some shenanigans. Diana may be playing by man's rules, but if there's one thing you can say about the world of business, is that there's no such thing as playing fair. And are there any guesses on who the first Amazon Diana will find may be? I'm torn between Nubia and Donna Troy, but given how expansive her supporting cast is, really, it could be anyone. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Next time. I'll be back next week when there will be 2 more Absolute books coming out. First we have Absolute Superman number 8, where the Man of Steel finds himself caught in the middle of a conflict between the Lazarus Corp and the Omega Men in the heart of Smallville. And in Absolute Green Lantern 3, Hal Jordan has been overcome by the Black Hand, and he has the new Green Lantern, Joe Sojourner, in his sights. Hope to see you then.